Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Welcome to the end of the week. It's Friday, February 10th, and you're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. A shooting took place in Phuket this morning on Thepkasatri Road in Koh Keo, just north of Phuket town, where a man fired 2 shots on a bus that saw 2 people hurt. The shooter later took their own life. The shooting took place at the Kwan Ding Dang curve on Thepkasatri Road shortly before 7 a.m. Friday morning, about 1 kilometer from the Phuket bus terminal, where the Patalung-bound bus had just departed with 9 passengers on board. The bus driver, a 42-year-old, told police that the gunman was sitting in the middle of the bus before he walked to the back and opened fire. Witnesses told police that they heard 2 gunshots on the bus before the driver pulled the vehicle over and survivors ran off the bus. A man and a woman were shot by the other passenger, reported by police to be a 30-year-old Thai man, and some reports say that the man was an ex-conscript of the Royal Thai Army. About 30 police officers were dispatched to the area and sealed off a 1-kilometer radius. Negotiations between police and the shooter began and lasted about 4 hours. At about 11 a.m., police fired tear gas into the vehicle to force the gunman out, but at 11:10 a.m., police say the gunman shot himself. Those shot by the assailant are recovering at Mission Hospital, Phuket. Phuket police announced hours after the incident that the man was a Krabi local with mental issues, named only as Mr. Nawin, a 25-year-old, though they declined to provide his family name or any possible motive for the shooting. The 2 injured passengers were identified as Miss Juraipon, 49 years old, and Mr. Napant, 26 years old, though their last names were withheld. Police say that after the shooting, the assailant did not prevent his victims from fleeing, and he stayed inside the bus alone. Citing police in Krabi, MGR Online reports that Mr. Nawin left a notice in his mother's house saying, quote, "Do not worry, I will start a new life. I will take a risk and go for it, and I will not return home." Krabi police haven't said anything about Nawin's possible motives. The investigation is still ongoing, and for updates, visit thephuketnews.com. Patong police caught dozens of foreigners last night for a variety of motorbike traffic violations and have seized 15 motorbikes. The crackdown ordered by the Patong police chief was carried out throughout all of Patong from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. on Thursday night, with police having stated earlier in the day through a social media post that they had received repeated complaints about foreigners on motorbikes in Phuket, including rude and dangerous behavior, singling out French tourists as the culprits. Video clips of the dangerous driving were posted online, accompanied by comments from local residents urging police to take action. They were all posted as well, with some of these videos showing foreigners gathering to rev their motorbikes' engines and zooming dangerously along the streets in Patong. During last night's crackdown, 44 people were caught for not having a valid driver's license, 39 foreigners were caught for not wearing a helmet on a motorbike, 8 people were caught for running red lights, on top of police seizing 15 motorbikes because the rental operator had rented the motorbike to a person without a valid driver's license. The chief of the Phuket Land Transport Office pointed out that central to the problem was that tourists renting vehicles, notably big bikes, did not have a valid driver's license to operate such vehicles in Thailand. Foreigners with a Thai driver's license must have an international driving permit in order to legally drive in Thailand, and a driver's license from their home country is not enough, according to the Phuket Land Transport Chief. This responsibility fell to rental shops to make sure the tourists renting the vehicles have the correct license. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Media firebrand Chubit Kamol Visit is calling on the National Police Chief to take immediate action against 2 senior police officers accused of being behind a large online gambling network in Thailand. Mr. Chuvit, who recently exposed police corruption linked to gray businesses and Chinese nationals, is turning to gambling following a police crackdown on gambling site Macaw 888. The case was triggered by a string of allegations by TV actress Arisara Tongborisut, according to the Bangkok Post. Chuvit said the Macau 888 network, which had about 5.5 billion baht in circulation, was relatively small compared to another gambling network run by Inspector Sua and General Zhou, who are accused of using their connections to run the network with more than 10 billion baht in circulation and has its own cooperative and several firms working as fronts. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. A team of 42 rescue workers from the Disaster Prevention Department are on their way to Turkey to aid in the search and recovery efforts following a 7.8 magnitude earthquake that rocked southern Turkey and neighboring Syria early on Monday, one of the largest earthquakes to strike in the area in the past century. A team of 42 rescue workers from Thailand, along with 2 sniffer dogs, are part of a larger multinational contingent that will provide aid to both countries organized by the United Nations, according to reports. The permanent secretary of the Public Health Ministry of Thailand says they will also send 32 medics to assist victims in Turkey and Syria. The search and rescue operations will be for 10 days, according to reports, and Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on Thursday donated 5 million baht on behalf of the Thai government to support humanitarian efforts in Turkey following the earthquake. In addition, His Majesty King Maha Vajiralongkorn has sent messages of condolences to the president of both countries after the recent earthquake that killed over 16,000 people as of Thursday. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks so much for joining us here and ending your week with us here at Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. Have an amazing weekend out there, and we'll see you back on Monday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.